Well, Stephane, I know goal scoring was a bit of the talk of the town for the Bula FC team, putting the ball in the back of the net, and you managed to do that twice relatively early on today to give you the, I guess, impetus to go on and get the win. Can you talk about the side's performance tonight?
I really like the first half. Very impactful on offense, a lot of verticality. Obviously, we've been working on different things in that last zone, and it's showing. And yes, we got to convert the opportunities, which we did not do for the last game and other games. So didn't like the second half. So we still have a lot of work to do. We have to be able to control the game better and create chances in the second half as well. But I'm very happy for the players because they've been working very hard. And I know that they deserve a win for a few games now. So we get it tonight, but we still have a long way to go.
So what are the areas that please you the most? I mean, watching it, obviously the fast start, you controlled the possession, you had all that early momentum and scored the early goal. So you started really well today, so that must be pleasing. What are the other areas that you're really happy with?
I think we started every game really well. The Melbourne game we did not, but otherwise we always start strong, have great possession, usually create 2 or 3 chances. So what I really like is the fact that we scored the goals and we didn't stop pressuring the opponent. And it was an enjoyable first half as well as someone looking at the game. I think the players enjoyed it. But again, we're still building. It shows. I was happy for Ibra, who's 18-year-old. It was his first start. Then second half, we had Ayman come in, first start as well. He's 20. So we want to make sure our players develop through this league, and we try to find the right balance.
Was there a little bit of did the nerves sort of creep in? They obviously scored straight after, against the run of play at the time, but did that make it a nervy sort of a second half when things weren't going as well?
Usually I get frustrated because I know we can do better. So I would say not nervous about the score, really nervous about the fact that we could have done much better in controlling the game and creating chances. So you know how I think now. I always see long term, and it's been only 2 months. I'm really happy that the players win. It's good for them. But I would say nervous about, I think we could have done better in second half. So tomorrow we get back to work.
And Kaïlé, that goal, just talk about the goal, because it was a clean strike, wasn't it, after a very pacey run?
Yeah, I just followed my instincts, honestly. I saw there was a lot of space, so I just run forward, and I saw the goalkeeper was cheating a little bit, so I said I'll just hit it.
What does that do for your confidence? I mean, you've created quite a few chances in the last few games too. You've had opportunities.
Yeah, I think it boosts my confidence because I think I played relatively well for the most part, but I just wasn't able to score or get a lot of assists under my name. So I'm happy to be on the score sheet.
And just a general comment, Coach, on the sort of maybe the evenness or the sense that just about any team can beat anyone in the competition. We saw your next opponents who had been in great form, get outplayed by a resurgent Vanuatu United today. It's sort of, it seems to me that anyone on their day, if you're not quite on, you're going to be punished, and it takes a lot to get the wins here.
Yes, it does. I think it makes it interesting for whoever's watching this league. It's also good for the teams because you know that you could have points, I would say, at any time if you do well. And I also think that playing games back-to-back, sometimes teams are trying to rotate their roster or not, and then they may get tired, which I believe was the case from my discussion with the Solomon Kings coach. They were a bit under the weather today. So, we know that there are going to be a lot of probably changes on that table. But again, our focus is really us, the players, and build a solid foundation for the next 2-3 years.
Great.